All right, so this is a preliminary exercise. This is what I would do the first day of class when students show up. Teach 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point perspective. Most of you are familiar with this because you probably studied it in drawing 1, but it's a review and it's a starting point for a perspective project that we're going to get into later on. So it's a really simple preliminary exercise, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab an HB pencil. The reason I'm doing that is so you can see what I'm doing. Eventually you're going to be a little more specific about what pencils you use. And let me tell you what kind of paper I'm using. This is just printing paper, standard printing paper. I had it laying around the house, works fine with me. Again, this is not that important. If you have a sketch pad paper in relatively the same size, that's fine as well. So I have a variety of rulers. If you have a 24-inch metal ruler, great. What I have around now for this video is this 18-inch T-square, but this is 18 inches as well. So I'm going to use this guy. First thing I'm going to do is just throw a horizon line in. And we're going to start off with 1 point perspective. And I'm going to explain how I want you to make the project. So the first thing you're going to do, and these graph rulers are great. You should have in your kit, you're going to have one of these. It's a 12-inch graph ruler. What's nice about these graph rulers is you can see these lines here. You can line it up with the bottom of the paper and you can make a perfect vertical line. It's kind of nice. First day of class, we don't use rulers, but since we have all the stuff at home, why not use it? So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to make a rectangle and you're going to put a point right here. This is the vanishing point. This is your horizon line. Horizon line is basically this, your eye level, but if you're standing on the beach and you're looking where the ocean meets the sky, that is your horizon line. And I'm going to take these 3 corners and connect it to the vanishing point using the ruler just like so. Anywhere along this plane and anywhere along this plane I'm going to draw a vertical line. Doesn't matter where, I'm just going to throw one in. Arbitrarily put one in there. Where that line intersects this line here, you're going to put a perfect horizontal line. And that's where these graph rulers come in, because I can line it up with the existing lines here. And that's basically a 1 point perspective cube. What you're going to do is you're going to make 3 of these on your sheet of paper, and you're going to make it transparent. So I'm going to make this transparent. I'm going to take this far corner, connect it to the vanishing point, but I'm going to keep this kind of a light line. After that, do you see where these 2 lines meet right here? I'm going to put a little dot, and I take that and I'm going to put my ruler in this direction, and I'm going to make a perfectly horizontal line where those 2 lines meet and these 2 lines meet. In theory, if you draw a line straight up, they should intersect perfectly. Close. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So you can kind of see the transparency here. Now I'm missing a tool. It's a little pencil eraser. Can't find it, but it's very helpful when you're doing stuff like this. Okay, so you're going to do this 3 times. I'm just going to bang these out quickly. You can draw right on the horizon line. Whenever I teach this, for some reason, people steer away from the horizon line. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not being clear. And you're going to use the same vanishing point. Connect the corners to the vanishing point. Just going to erase this so you don't get it confused. Basically what it is, and I can erase this because you won't be able to see through the box. That makes more sense. Now, anywhere along this plane, see, you can't see the other planes because it's right on the horizon line, so you can't see the top of that and you can't see the bottom of that one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice off a little bit of this plane right there. What I forgot to mention is that you can erase the lines going to the vanishing point, also known as orthogonal lines. I'm going to erase these two. So now that looks more like a box. And again, I'm going to make it transparent. This is probably going to be a little bit more tricky. So I take that corner, connect to the vanishing point. I take this corner, connect it to the vanishing point. See where these two lines meet right here? I'm going to put my pencil there, run my ruler right up to the pencil. It's a fast way of doing this. Yeah, can't speak. And then I'm using my ruler here to line up with my horizon line so I know it's a parallel line. The same thing down here, see where this line meets this line. This is going to go across to the side. And where these two lines meet should be a perfect vertical line. There you go. So you can kind of see the transparency of that box. And you're going to put a third one in. I'm just going to walk through it quickly. Let's do a thin rectangle. I have a variety in your shapes or your rectangles in terms of scale and size. Faster you do this, I'm sorry, the more you do this, the faster it becomes. Done. So that's 1 point perspective. Oops, forgot to make this transparent. Now when teaching, I always teach perspective first in my drawing classes. I believe it's the foundation of all drawing. And if you understand how planes go back in space and angle on a flat piece of paper, you have a pretty good idea how objects go back in space when you're drawing from observation. So there you go. And if you want to get a softer pencil, like a 2B, all I could find was a 3B. And if you want to apply a little line weight, what I mean by that is what's closest to you is darkest and what's further away is lightest. And I'm making it darker here. Just going up a couple times, or running the pencil along the line a few times here. We get darker here, we get darker here. And what this does, it pulls the front out more and the back kind of recedes in space. So this is one part of the project. It's not really a project, it's a preliminary exercise. Again, this is 1 point perspective. And then you're going to do another one, which is 2 point perspective, and a third one, which is 3 point perspective. So I'm going to look at the time. This is 8 minutes long. I'm going to stop this and I'm going to make it a brand new video for 2 point perspective.